Welcome back, tired folks that went to LA. Hey, wow, look at that. I see a lot of tired faces and eating macaroni and cheese. It's good to see everybody. I feel a little better. I was super sick last week, and I have been sick
Oh no.
all freaking week. I mean, sick. Not COVID, not the flu, just a cold. Colds are now worse than anything else. And my doctor asked me if I was struggling with my weight. Has your doctor ever asked that? If I'm struggling with my weight, I said, well, my appointment was at noon and it's now 3:30. So yeah, the struggle's real, dummy. Let's start the show.
Hey, that was good. I enjoyed it. Going well so
Hey, we're doing a
Sorry,
top 10 list right off the bat. I love it.
2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Sean Shank.
plus funny songs from
Anna Turner.
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
All right. Yay. Hi, everybody. It's time for the top 10 reasons this show will never go correctly. Number one, every opening we've ever done. Okay. Wait, that's not 10. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. And I'm Brad Tassell, and I'm still a little full of goo. And we're always joined by our star, Steve Goodie, who is in a LA sitting on a couch. And again, you didn't hook your external camera
It's
up
hooked
again.
up now. I'm looking right at it. It's hooked up.
Oh, okay, because you look like you're looking down.
Not
You need a
much
little more
better.
light on your face, I think, so you look better. And of course, our superstar, Patti Vasquez, who may be in a small corner close to the floor in her kitchen, about the only safe space left out there. So, wait.
Bless you.
The cough. That's because Alice is here. We also have a superstar show. My buddy and super friend and funny and friendly comedian Sean Shank is here, everybody. Yay! Sean Shank. He says Sean's. I don't know why the S is on your name. Do you know why? Okay. Anyway, and of course, from her compound and now bedroom in Los Angeles, the incredible musical genius Lana Turner, everybody. Lana Turner.
Hey.
And I do want to do a quick apology for anyone who tried to join the show last night, and we were not here. I noticed that Steve tried to join, and usually I would go in and tell people, but being sick, I was sleeping. I plan on telling folks. Of course, it's Tuesday, and last night was the final game of the NCAA tournament. Oh my gosh. Wow. An amazing game. The teams were fighting for a win, and okay, I didn't even know the game happened, but okay. I saw Florida was involved, so I'm like, I'm out. That sucks. Okay. All right. So anyway, without further ado, let's get to these poorly written jokes. Number one, Doge. We all love Doge, don't we? How douchey is it to call something Doge that's a government thing? Doge has been looking for waste. Man, this is not going to be good, folks. Cut. Take. Do a
We're
song.
on the top 10 theme again.
It's all here now. Doge has been looking for waste, yet can't seem to ferret out that spending tens of millions of dollars for a military parade for the Orange Despot on his birthday is not the best use of funds. Have you heard about the military parade that he's planning on his birthday? So Kim Jong-Trump already has pocketed more than 20 million from his golf trips, but now he needs to spend as much as he can to be North Korea. That's what's up. So next up, by the way, he has asked the Treasury to open up a line of credit with Stormy Daniels. That's the next step. He's back. Everybody's back. Oh my gosh. A bride is not happy with her wedding because the priest kept saying blah, blah, blah during the parts of the ceremony he couldn't remember. I know. Isn't that sad? Later that night, it got even worse. When her husband was done after 30 seconds, he said, yada, 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 and went and took a shower.
She had bad luck.
Sounds like my wedding
Got
night.
it over the best part.
Yada, yada, yada. Yada. I skipped it. All right. Oh, my gosh. This one, I'm now thinking this was a bad idea. Here it is. The U.S. Naval Academy has removed 381 books from its library to comply with Dumpy's order to remove diversity, equity, and inclusion. Among them, books that tell about the Holocaust. Can't read about the Holocaust at the museum anymore. One book that will remain is What Happens on the Ship Stays on the Ship by Give Me Your Semen.
No.
What's wrong with that instinct?
Anybody in here in the Navy ever?
No.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was, so I did a Navy joke. Sorry, Navy. Just kidding. Okay, and now pause.
Oh, let's say hi to Shannon, who has tuned in from the garage. Hi, Shannon.
Yay, Shannon from the garage. Oh, Minecraft. Who's going to go see it? No? Okay, Chuck's going to go see it.
Probably.
Minecraft, starring Jack Black and Jason Momoa, is a huge hit, scoring more than 157 million at the box office just this weekend. And the movie is turning into like a Rocky Horror type event, with fans coming back again and again, and they're screaming things at the screen like, I am Steve and Chicken Jockey. Isn't that amazing? Also being yelled by parents, why do I have kids? And kill me now. That's what the parents are yelling.
Movie for that?
Yes. There's a movie for that. I know nothing about Minecraft. Is it what is it? It's a game that's now a movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you go in a mine? You work in a mine? That
Yes,
sounds
it's
fun.
about minors.
Make
That's right.
stuff out of it.
That is
You have to be under 18 to play. It's for minors.
or Oh, I thought it was about mines, not miners. I thought it was about
Oh,
It is.
Yeah,
It is about
mine.
mine. It is.
okay.
Brad, it was like a joke.
Oh, sorry. You have to alert me if you're going to do one of those. Measles is spreading faster than milk and bread sales during a hurricane warning. And now the RFK Joker Jr. has reversed his position and is telling people the MMR vaccine is safe and effective. Yay! Yeah. His supporters are so outraged at this, they have canceled their brain worm orders from Amazon.
No.
They're not getting the brain worm. Not getting it. Okay. Madonna, you know, there's never enough jokes about Madonna. Okay.
Madonna, this is where I come in and cover for Brad. Madonna, I don't know the rest.
Madonna said her longtime feud with Elton John is over,
Oh, thank God.
and the two have buried the hatchet. Mostly because they're both so old they can't lift a hatchet. The two, you may not know, met in John's dressing room after the Rocket Man performed on SNL. When he said he was sorry for saying that she lip synced in her shows, and he said that she didn't deserve any music awards. He apologized. Elton also said he tried to apologize at Madonna's concert once, but she didn't take the stage till 6 hours after his bedtime. So it's
Yes.
not on the stage yet? No, it's 4 a.m. All right. We're doing so well. Here we go. Ron Howard, Henry Winkler, Anson Williams, and Don Most reunited near Pittsburgh because it was declared Happy Days Day at Steel City Con.
Nice.
Cool.
There was a panel, a discussion, and a signing, and one awkward moment when their Uber showed up and Scott Baio refused to drive them to the airport.
That might be my favorite joke you've ever told.
Back.
That was really good.
That was really good. That was good.
It was.
Americans are looking to the past to name their babies. So anybody thinking about getting pregnant, although I think we're either too old or too young in this room. Americans are looking to the past 75 granny names from before the early 1920s are making a huge comeback. Among them, Esther, Phyllis, Gertrude, Enid, right? Yes. Parents are saying they have to name their little girls this so it will be easier to tell them later that the early 1920s is where their rights are too. Pass the Save Act, you can't vote. This is my favorite joke. A woman won $100,000 in the lottery using the numbers from her car odometer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
She then quit her job using the number from her middle finger.
Nice.
Just one.
Woo.
Just the one. Although I don't think you can, 100,000 ain't going to do it to quit your job. Oh, no. An organ donor procedure in Kentucky ended when the doctors noticed the donor was still alive.
Oh, no.
I know. Family members had noticed the patient opening his eyes, but the staff blew him off and said it was just a reflex, right? The organ removal was finally halted after the patient began crying, and the surgeon said, "Okay, little baby, keep your lungs."
Oh.
This is my favorite story. Stephanie Demetrius, 44, a licensed and current Ohio substitute teacher, offered a high schooler $2,000 to kill her husband. Yep.
Whoa.
Oh.
The husband had already gotten a protection order against her. She had previous mental issues, had made homicidal threats in the past, set fire to her basement, and she had no access to her children because of constant violence and abuse against them. She is still a licensed and working substitute teacher.
Jeez.
I know. Demetrius is out on a $150,000 bail, and the school can't wait to get her back teaching 9th grade economics. I'll tell you. She was arrested in a school with all the... Okay, fine.
Right.
Ooh, a baby giraffe was born at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Ooh.
Baby and mother are healthy. Now,
Yay.
the birth was really easy and quick. Matter of fact, the birth was so quick.
How quick was it?
It was so quick, Disney charged the mama giraffe $320 for a lightning lane pass.
Well,
Right down the chute, baby. Okay, one more than the joke of the week. I wrote the joke of the week in the hot tub today, and it helped. After more than a year of celibacy, social media influencer Kayla Kane threw herself an anti-celibacy party after having sex with a man she attended a wedding with. Yay! Anti-celibacy party. She had a fun time with her girlfriends. They had a few Cosmos and talked about their romantic lives. It was really empowering, said one friend, but the pictures were a little closer than I thought they should be.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I'll with that. Now it's time for the joke of the week, where I found a line, but then I changed it and then I wrote the whole joke myself.
Okay.
Janet helped. Why didn't the squid write to a Luigi?
why didn't the squid write to Luigi?
He would rather call a Mario.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fantastic, everybody.
Good joke.
Call a Mario. Come on.
Hey, man.
I love
Brad
it.
Tassell did the best he can with the gifts he was given.
I was giving no gifts. The first one was why the squid stopped writing his book because he ran out of ink, but that's stupid. That's easy.
I thought ink. I did think ink.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
I
too
would have
easy.
been wrong. I would have been wrong. That was tremendous. And the Scott Baio thing. Mwah. Well done.
Ah,
Great.
All right, guess what? It's time for a top 10. And this top 10 is going to be all visual images that I'll be sharing with you. So it's quite exciting. When I was in Memphis last Friday doing a show at the home of my friends, Doug and Rona, they have a very beautiful house with lots of artwork from around the world. And they have one room dedicated to nothing but lunch boxes. So we're going to have a lunchbox-based top 10 list. Let's start by doing this. It's hard to do this on a
that's
laptop.
the one.
Any second now. There we go. That's That's right. Doug and Rona have a room dedicated to nothing but lunch boxes. Here's an overall look at that. Oh my God. So
Wow.
you guys get to do the drum roll or pretend to hear it in your head. And of course, I've just okay. Number 10, top 10 lunch boxes. Number 10, Fritos. No. Number 9, Fraggle Rock. Don't you wish you had that lunchbox? Number 8, as if torn from Brad's joke sheet directly, the Fonz. Number 7, Bert and Haybert. I mean Ernie and Haybert. You know what I'm trying to say.
Haybert.
Yeah. Number 6, Snoopy.
Oh,
Jeez.
That's
Having
cute.
lunch.
I did
Isn't
that.
that just totes adorbs? Number 5, of course, Mork and Mindy. Number 4, Hogan's Heroes.
I know nothing.
Oops.
And the box is shaped like a prison camp. Number
No.
3,
It is. And they're topping out.
Flying Nun. Hey.
Oh, yay. Oh, God.
You really like me. Number 2, Super Friends.
Oh, wow.
And the number 1 lunchbox prepared to go da-da after we do this one, Kermit.
Yay.
Ta-da! And that's Victoria's top 10.
Ooh, those are good.
And now,
That was
where's
fun.
Patty? Somewhere.
What?
Do we have
Who are
Patty?
we looking for? Patty?
Looking for me. Do I have
I
my
found
camera
her.
for this?
Here
Hi,
she is.
Shauna.
Hi, Patty.
Hello.
Hey, I have a question, Patty.
Yes.
Is that Tata's thing still going?
Now I can bring it back if I have enough notice.
Okay.
I honestly can I give you full disclosure?
Yeah.
The only reason I brought Tata's back was because Goodie was coming through town.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't ready to go, and Steve would tell you that she wasn't. I tried doing it the following week, and she sent out. Well, you know what? I love Marcy. We'll get it worked out. But let me know when you're coming into town.
Well, I'm doing Sean, the guy, our headliner this week, has a club I'm doing the first weekend of August. And Janet and I thought, hey,
Okay.
we'll go spend a day or so in Chicago just for the hell of it.
Okay.
And if there's something fun and Patty will show up, then we'll do it.
Then
So-
then I will also relaunch Tata's just for you. I just do it for the virtual comedy stars.
And if
And,
it's okay, I don't think you need to be launching your Tatas. I think you're
I will launch my
you're
Tatas.
famous enough.
They're so much lighter in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I was
so
going
it's
to
all good.
say, you got less Tatas to launch, so
That's right.
you don't need as much fuel.
They practically float.
Yeah. All right, Steve.
All right. You ready? Let's do the thing, and then we'll do the thing. Any second now.
Is Patty crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not from lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicap spaces. If she's losing her mind, that's fair. She's Patti Vasquez.
Am I crazy? Am I?
Yep.
I think so. No, by the end of this, we'll probably all decide. I'm crazy, but for not bad reasons. But first of all, I do want to say that perhaps Brad needs some supervision in the hot tub, if that's what happens when you're writing a Calamario joke. I'm just saying, put that out there. I do want you to know that I don't have to be here for the tips or even for the love and the community, because I'm waiting for my check from George Soros for protesting on Saturday. I have I believe it's $100 million coming my way, so that'll be good to go.
So much.
Nice.
The protesters, millions of protesters around the world in over 1,400 cities were all paid. On my Facebook page alone, people saying that we were paid, that we were bussed there, and all these things. It was quite remarkable. But I will say, it was great. It was weird because I had been to the Women's March in 2016, which was a different one because, we didn't know what to expect with the whole administration. Now we know. Now we friggin' know.
Yeah.
And there was sort of this determination, kind of okay, I'm glad you're all here. Now what? And so we'll see what happens next. I'm just so glad that I think internationally it was important for the rest of the world to go, oh, okay, they're not all in on this, because that's kind of what we seemed a little bit quiet. And also we're, putting tariffs on penguins. And apparently Australia, which doesn't even have a friggin' tariff against us, I don't know, you guys, I got a D in economics in college. And all I know is, I used to feel bad about that, but at least I didn't break the economy. Anyway, just saying, those are the things. Okay, so what I wanted to, so I didn't prepare tonight, and I've kind of been all over the map the last week or so, well, since we last spoke, so Wednesday, I'm a different person since you last saw on Monday. And my husband says I tell this story wrong. So let me preface this by saying it this way, I guess, because usually I set up the whole big story, the whole history, what it was like from the very beginning. Okay, long story short, my son Declan, who is 19 years old, has one of the rarest genetic disorders in the world. We just found out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. I now call him 53. He's the 53rd person on the planet to be diagnosed with primrose disorder. It's a genetic disorder. It's spontaneous. No one knows why it happens. It's not carried by anybody. But I'm telling you this way because you guys, for 19 years, like I thought, like if only, maybe I worked too much, or if only I had money, I could have, had better services for him, or maybe I ate the wrong things when I was pregnant, or like 1,000 different things that I could go into. But like, yes, like there was nothing we could do. There was nothing. I'm sorry. What? He's 1 in 150 million. Anyway, my nickname for him is 53. I just call him 50. Hey, 53, how are you doing? And yes, I can actually reach out to all the people on the planet who have a child like Declan. And it is not, and it doesn't, what's weird about it is like I'm a different person because I carried a lot of weight as to why this happened and what we could have done differently. And it doesn't matter. And I feel bad because there are other parents who feel the same way I do. And I have an answer and they don't. So I can't make them feel better. I don't. You know that there's an Emily Dickinson poem about worrying is worse than the actual thing. I don't know. The actual thing is terrible, and then worrying is terrible. And I'm just saying, I'm just glad I went to protest on Saturday. Is all I'm saying. It's freaking weird. It was so funny. Like the geneticist was so confused because I like started laughing hysterically. Because I didn't know what to expect because he stopped walking 2 years ago. They've been trying to find answers. And so finally, a few weeks ago, someone said, you know what? A lot of technology has changed since he was born. Let's try this new test. And here's the thing. They didn't even test for this up until 10 years ago. So when we came into this and I just started laughing maniacally, she was so confused. and I have to imagine, look, if I was getting this diagnosis at the beginning of his life, it would be daunting. It would be like everything he has checks up all the things on the list of what's going to happen. And I don't know what to tell those parents, except for like, he's beautiful. He's wonderful. This boy lights up a room wherever he goes. And I'm nuts. I'm crazy, everybody. This has been a crazy ride. And also, I lost $12,000 on my 401k. At any rate, how are you all doing? Are you hydrating? I am. Thank you for having me. Yes.
Love you.
12,000 will be back. It'll be back. But you're young.
That's only one account I looked at. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes,
you're young. You got at least 10 years. Where it'll
yes,
be,
at least.
He'll be dead by then, so that'll be great. And it's good.
Wow.
You say this, but it is always good to have information to know.
Context.
Yes, context, understanding, and
yes.
Even though it doesn't change.
There's one page on Google because there's so few people that have it.
Wow. That is so wild.
Like one study has 42 of them.
Wow. And that's the secret to the universe. 42. So
it is. That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
Isn't that wild? It's so super crazy. There's like a woman in Kentucky. There's a little girl in Scotland.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some really bad stuff. So if you guys look it up, we're fine. We're okay so far. He's 19. He's doing well.
Yeah.
But it gives us a little bit of a map.
Did I freeze?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Did you freeze? I didn't freeze.
Whatever they're talking about. Whoever's
chatting, you guys.
I don't know who that is, but anyway, they're done now. So, well, Patti, joyous and keep out there, even though George Soros isn't sending you anything.
I know. I just want to make a big
check.
check for myself that says $100 million on it.
From George. Is there actually a person, George Soros? I've never seen.
I know, right?
I don't even know who he is. It's just like it's a made up name. At least we can put a face to Elon Musk and his.
Oh, by the way, I just want you all. Nobody laughed last week when I said billionaire cheese turd about Musk, and there are writers in Wisconsin who are very happy to be using that. So it may not have gone over last week.
Somebody stole it from you.
Because cheese curd. No, I gave it. Somebody asked me if they could use it because I put it on.
Okay. Well, that is
because curds, turds.
Yes, turds and curds. Yes. Because I said turd a profit a couple I did this. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, Patti, everybody.
Right. Thank you.
Gonna show me her. No, I was gonna say tatas, but that doesn't work.
My floating tatas. Yeah.
We're gonna float some tatas together.
Show.
Janet will be there.
That kind of show, we would definitely have Lana Turner. Hi, Lana.
Lana.
Hi. Hello. Ilana.
Aw, you look
musical
wonderful.
guest extraordinaire.
Yay.
You know the drill around here. I'm going to play a little intro thing. Then you're going to play a song. That'll be awesome. And then I got to play a song that somehow answers that, having had no idea what you're about to do. And then you'll do another song. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go.
Yay.
Let's see if I can get this to work on
Yay!
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Donna Turner.
All right. We tried to play this the other night, Steve, and I couldn't remember it. So I went back because I wrote this a long time ago about a friend of mine. Look, she had a kid and it was a problem. He was challenging. Good boy. He's grown up now, but at the time he inspired this song. So here you go. All right, here you go. Ooh, goo, boo, goo, blah, blah, blah. That's the ugliest baby I ever saw. Two people like you should never mate. Use a condom, take the pill, or please just take care of yourself. Oh, this child's like a monkey. He'll have no friends. Asked me if I'd feed it, but I didn't know which end. On the day it was born, all the nurses had to hide. Scared the doctor so bad, tried to push it back inside. This child is so horrible, I don't know how. Looks just like a monkey, humped a cow. Oh, it looks just like its father and acts just like its mom. Of all the sperm that could have been, I can't believe that that's the one. This child needs a spanking, but what can you say? If Dad had spanked his monkey years ago, things would be different today.
Yay!
Very nice.
Wait, there's got to be more to it than that.
So many ugly babies.
So
Is
many.
that all you got for that one? Shoot. I'm not done looking at lyrics.
I found you, Steve.
Wait, but that's
Fast?
great.
You're on.
You need more
Song
time?
I
You're
wanted
on.
to do, I don't remember the words, so I'm looking them up. So hang on a second.
Well, now everybody's watching you be confused.
Great.
Try to find the words.
Fantastic. I don't know how to work this thing to just, I'll just say something else. This is from my girl band days, which and Ken and my who makes you barf every time you see him? Who doesn't wash when they're done peeing? Who's so gross and who's so mean and who's so very, 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 very stinky? I'll tell you, boys are stinky. Boys are stinky. Clever tonight. Boys are stinky. Oh yeah. That's it. That's the whole song. All right. Girl band makes a resurgence. Now another song from Lana Turner.
I used to have, I can't, it's the same thing when you like can't remember something. I have a fart song somewhere, but I just
Too many fart songs. Oh.
Okay, so this, I've never played this. And I also have lyrics, so I can try it with you guys. It's got a part where you guys can join in and encourage it so that I know it's working. But
Yay.
this is for when I lived in Tennessee, Steve.
Oh boy. Oops.
Wait. Okay, we can't hear her.
You can't hear me?
No.
But now I can.
Suddenly we couldn't hear you singing or playing.
You know what? I saw my son's AirPods pop up on my screen. I think he hijacked my computer for a second.
He did.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so you can... All right, well, that was the whole song. Thank you.
Yay! Word! I thought you were kidding, that you were actually not singing.
He works all week, walks a straight line. He's a God-fearing man with the Lord on his mind. He's one with the Savior. It's true, but a godly man needs a release too. It's across from the church. He doesn't need to go far. Well, he's just a Christian in a titty bar. Oh, a titty bar. Oh, he's just a Christian in a titty bar. Where's your titty bar? There's a church on every corner in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, they make a lot of money because their income's tax-free. It's a profitable business, a win-win, but you can't make money being righteous if you ain't got sin. Oh, he's sitting VIP. He's gonna go far because he's just a Christian in a titty bar. Oh, a titty bar. A titty bar. Well, he's just a Christian in a titty bar. He asks himself, what would Jesus do? Then he puts his pittance in a thong. She needs a daddy too. How could it be a sin? It's just a little fun. Why would anyone care? It's just a handful of ones. Well, he's helping Cinnamon. She needs a new car cause he's just a Christian in a titty bar. Oh,
Yeah.
titty bar. Titty bar. Well, he's just a Christian in a titty bar. Okay, now here's the breakdown. Ready? Oh, I spent some time living Tennessee. The place is plagued with hypocrisy. Be careful who your friends are. I met a lot of frauds. They'll stab you in the back because their money is their god. Right? Oh, he asks himself, what would... Oh, wait, I messed it up. Every man gets balls that are blue because even the preacher goes to the titty bar too. Oh, titty bar. Ready? This is the last one. A titty bar. Well, he's just a Christian in a
Titty bar.
Yay!
Titty bar.
Yay! On that note, you can see me at Tata's.
Hey, Lana, while you were living in Nashville and I was living in Nashville, I was also writing a song on the same subject. And I'm just going to read it as a poem, at least the bridge. Can't pay my bills, can't pay my rent, using up the money that my mommy sent. I tuck dollar bills into their shorts instead of paying my child support. Thank you.
Right, so it was the same tune.
Reading a song I had
Add
not
that as
heard.
a line to the song.
Yeah, you could add that in. Although,
Thank you, Lana. Where can we see you live and in person?
If you're in LA, I'm doing a show again at Flappers. I'm going to actually have my own headline night. It's in a little while. So, I mean, I have other shows between now and then, but if I have to promote something, I'm going to promote. This is going to be May 1st at 9:30 p.m. in the big room at Flappers.
wow,
So if you're in
that's
LA,
amazing.
yeah,
That's
I need
great.
people to come, and I can hook people up because it's like
With tickets.
yeah.
What you mean by that? Okay,
Or-
got it.
Not at the titty bar. Yeah.
At the titty
I
bar.
went on May 17th too, I think, don't you?
What's that?
You
What?
said May 17th you have a show.
That's May 17th. Yeah, I also have another one, I think, there, but that's the bigger one. That's the one I want to promote.
Oh, cool.
That's the big
Thanks
one.
for doing our little show.
Yes.
Oh,
Yay.
I love
Yeah.
this little show.
This
Appreciate
is the best
very,
little show.
very
In,
much.
this is the best little horror house in Texas.
Oh, man.
Oh,
We're
man.
so off the rails.
You know what?
We need to save us. We need
Find
a headliner.
Sean.
That's
I
what we
found
need.
him. Can you find him? I got him. So, by the way, Sean sent me an email, message before the show. It's like PG-13, right? And I went, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Now it's heavy. Now it's heavy PG-13. Where Tata's all
Hi,
about.
Sean.
Hi, Sean.
How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
How are
Thanks for
things
joining.
going there, and where are you?
Michigan. Here.
Yay. Niles.
Niles, yeah, roughly.
Practically Gary.
No,
Yes.
Gary is loud.
I know.
Indiana.
I know.
Oh,
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
that's
Hey,
it.
here's the deal. We're going to play a little intro for you, and then you're going to do 10 minutes of awesome stand-up, and then we're going to tell you how great you are.
That's right.
Excellent.
I
love
think
it.
what might happen now is I'll hit go on this intro, and it'll play the correct thing, or it'll play a juggling thing, and I'll skip that, and then we'll get to the right intro. I don't know what's going to happen exactly, so let's just find out all together.
Steve's juggling.
Ah!
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny, funny jokes to say. Oh, to a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Shank.
Woo!
All right. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Good.
Yay.
Good.
Awesome. Hey, before I step into my jokes, I was just singing that song about a Christian at titty bar, and actually, I talk a lot about like growing up, kind of in a white trash area, and people try to out white trash me, but I always tell them, the biggest white trash badge of honor that I've got is that I have an aunt and her daughter who were strippers at the same strip club.
Yeah.
Yes. And the way I found out was I was at said strip club and my aunt comes out and I see her. She sees me. She looks down. She goes, "Oh my God, Sean, how's your mom and dad?"
No.
Yes. And Brad, as to the teacher with the took the $2,000 to have her husband killed. When you said that, I thought, or the kids settled for 2 cartons of eggs. Oh, hey.
Hey.
All right. So here's the thing, guys. I love my job. I love doing this. I like Brad. I get to see everybody. Many of us here. I get to travel all over the world doing this and telling jokes. But one of the things I love to do with this job is I love sharing trivia facts. I love sharing trivia facts. One of my favorite things to do. So I'm gonna share one of my favorite trivia facts with you guys. Here we go. Did you know that you can call and make appointments for your friends to get visits from Jehovah's Witnesses? Yes.
And the Mormons.
I'm in.
I know. Every time I tell that, people are like pulling out notebooks and going, "Man, Tina's screwed." All right. Trivia fact number 2. They did a massive national study, and they found out that 45% of Americans pee in the shower. The other 55% are frickin' liars.
Yeah, I was going to say that's way more than
that. Earlier, Patti was talking about protesting and marching, and good on you. I recently saw a protest. I live out near Notre Dame, and I was driving by there, and they had a wedding expo. All right. And outside the wedding expo, and this happened, there were protesters outside the wedding expo, and I drive by, and there was like a group of women, a group of guys. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but in my head, like I picture the women being like, they see a woman walking in, they're like, "Don't do it. Save your power, queen." And then a guy would come walking in, the guys would be like, "Don't do it. Save your house." One of the things I love talking about is my wife. I'm married, been married for 10 years. As a matter of fact, we just had our 10th anniversary, right?
Congrats.
And yeah, thanks, man. I love my wife, man. She's cool. She's like my best friend. And it's been 10 good years too. I mean, we haven't been married like a super long time, but 10 years is enough. But we've had all good years, but we've had, ups and downs, like everybody does with stuff that happens. One of the recent development is she recently got one of those breathing at night, the
CPAP.
CPAP. Thank you. Yeah, CPAP. Right. And she's got the nose hose thing, right? And I'm going to tell you guys something about CPAPs that I didn't know, and you may know, but may not have known. CPAPs do not have oxygen tanks. CPAPs have an outside air intake. Want to know how I found out? Well, we have what's called an ensuite bathroom. Yes, yeah, don't get ahead of me. So, first night, she has the thing on, and like 3 o'clock in the morning, we had Taco Bell that night. I wake up and I go to the bathroom, and then like 20 seconds later, 20 feet away, I just hear, and I'm just looking down, going, that can't be related.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her though too, because the first night she straps on, and we're sitting on the edge of the bed, And no, stop. Anyway, so she has the thing on. It's like this nose hose is coming out, and we're just sitting there, and she's looking at me, and she literally she goes, "I'm not sexy anymore, am I?" And I was like, "No, baby, you're beautiful. Like you're always beautiful to me, right?" And she literally goes, "Sorry." She goes, "I look like an elephant." And like Steve, I had nothing. Like I had nothing, right? And he just sat there for a minute, and I finally just went,
Yeah.
"I've always wanted to have sex with an elephant." She's so adorable. She just looks at me. She goes, "Really?" Like, I've always been a fan of Snuffleupagus. And we made a snuff film. Hey,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
she's awesome, man. She's awesome. She really is my best friend, man. Like I remember when like when I first met her. When I first met her, I saw her. Like I knew immediately I was gonna wife her. Like immediately, and we were on our fourth date. We were on our fourth date, and we were at Applebee's. Because I know how to treat a lady. And when you're sitting there with like your special someone, and you're just looking at them, and you're just like you're reveling in the moment of their beauty and everything. And I'm just looking at her underneath the hot bar lights across the half price nachos. I'm just looking at her, and she's just looking so beautiful. And I just go, "What you thinking?" And dude, Brad, she dead looks me in the eye, and she goes, "You got a nickname for your junk?"
What?
I was like, "Okay, yeah." I said, "I do, as it so happens. I call it my Tesla." Well, here's the thing, guys. When it finish or run out of gas, we have to finish her with electric. So there's that. Sometimes it catches on fire. So the thing is, I looked at her, and I'm like, "All right, we're here, we're doing this." So I'm gonna lean into it. I go, "Do you have a nickname, for your girl?" And she said, "Yes." Now here's the thing, guys, that you need to know about my wife. She is a huge video game freak. She loves video games. It's one of her favorite things to do in the world is play video games. And so I asked her, I said, "We have a nickname for your girl?" And she said, "Yes, I call it my PlayStation."
Oh dear.
I said, "Oh, okay. I guess that makes my last girlfriend my Xbox." With the
Yes.
Hey, I'm very proud of that at the time.
I like that.
Thank you. The thing is, man, about Jen, she sometimes she just says things that blow me away with how funny they are. And this actually happened in Brad's old stomping grounds in Mishawaka. We were actually down on Main Street. It was like a week before Christmas, and we had just met. And we were driving up to this intersection. And you know how they put the little signs at the intersection that nobody ever reads or anything, right? So it was like a week before Christmas, but we pulled up to an intersection, and she looks at one of those signs, and she says, "Oh, that wasn't there last week." And she looks at it a little bit closer. She goes, "Oh, that says drywall repair." And she looks at me, she goes, "Do you think they put that out because it's the holidays?" Yeah, I looked at her, I'm like, "What kind of freaking family did you grow up in?" All right.
Yeah.
So I've got a story about my dad, and I'm going to share it. It's one of my favorites, and it's actually about his passing. But here's the thing. My family, when growing up, whenever something tragic happened, we used humor to get through it, right? Most comics survive trauma through humor. And when my dad passed away, we had him cremated. Now, if you've ever had anybody cremated, you know that when you get them back, if you've never had this happen before, they give them to you in a donut box, first of all. And inside of that donut box is a sandwich like bread bag with a twisty tie with their ashes inside of it. Okay, that's how you get your relative back. And so we got my dad back, and we decided to put him in like those little keepsake things, you know, where you put the ashes in. And my dad was in a band called Axis, and they were really good. They actually opened up for like Styx and the ELO and a couple other names. And so we got little guitars, right, to put the ashes in. So we're at the table, right? We're sitting there getting ready to distribute dad's ashes. My mom and my sister sit next to each other at the end. My wife's there, my brother, my nieces and nephews were all around the thing, and we're waiting, you know, to distribute my dad. You know, we've got the little guitar thing, we've got our little 1970s cocaine spoons, and we're waiting. And my sister opens up the box, and then she undoes the twist tie, right? And she grabs the edges of the bag, but instead of opening it gently like you would, she just goes like this. And my dad went in her face, and she looked back at us, and she was like Scarface. Dad.
Oh no.
Yes. And she starts shaking, and she goes, oh my God, Dad's inside of me. My mom looks at her and goes, I remember that. So therapy is expensive. But thank you very much, everybody.
Sean,
Fantastic.
It makes me think of something else. I was thinking you could put two of those bits together and you'd have the first Taco Bell related snuff film. If you feel like working on that, that's for you. And I swear to God, I've been on the road and I saw a sign, I think it was outside of Memphis, that said, a billboard, $1,000 complete cremation.
Oh, that's the deal.
That is a deal.
What do I get for 900?
Yeah, Ed's incomplete cremation, $35. Here's your brother's ashes and his left knee and part of his liver. Yeah, sometimes it does.
You get the Prince's Bride, where they're mostly dead.
Although they don't, the teeth don't get. They don't. The teeth don't get. That's not hot enough for the teeth, is it?
They grind it.
They grind it up afterwards.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
It helps if you've been grinding your teeth your whole life. It goes a lot.
And you get, like, if your hip is metal, do you get that back?
No.
Yeah, there were screws and bits inside of the thing.
Yeah, oh, really?
You
hear about the kid that is the mom or grandma caught him eating the ashes?
Oh God!
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was a story.
This doesn't have like. Oh my God! For real?
Yeah, they were caught him eating the ashes of the grandpa.
What do you think? It was like rice checks?
I don't know.
Mikey, he'll eat anything.
Yeah, it's not
okay.
him.
Yeah. We're really off the rails.
Just like
Sean,
his parents.
That we can see you.
Yeah, where are you working?
Actually, this weekend I'm at the home club. It's the first time I've been in the area for quite some time. So home club this week. Next week I'm doing a festival in Michigan called the 420 Love Fest.
All right, smoking.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So apparently they're going to give us a bucket of joints, and I'm just going to be like the Johnny Appleseed of the pot and just I'm up there.
I would love to do the 420 Love Fest. I would do neither of those things, though.
No, you would do neither.
No, but if there was an elephant there.
Elephant.
All right.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, that was Sean, everybody. Oh, you already got rid of him. Oh, good job.
I got rid of him.
Oh, God. I have a premonition. We got a juggling thing going to happen right now.
I don't think so.
Oh, good. No juggling.
If you really want me to.
No, I don't. I don't. I have things to do in my life.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Hi, thanks. Our friend Ben here. Say hi, Ben. There he is.
Ben?
From his house and his lovely wife Shannon's house. Shannon is out in the garage for real, cleaning out the garage because they're getting the car back after being stolen. It's a mess. Anyway, I walked in the door here and Shannon said, hi, remember that song you used to do about being an actor and something about Iraq? Well, it took me a while to think of it, but then I realized what song she's talking about, so I'm going to do it for her now. And Lana, you heard me do this in your living room a couple nights ago. That's right, I only had 20 minutes to tune up. I am an extra in the movie of my life. I did not get a speaking role. I auditioned in the valley. After waiting 6 hours, I'm an extra, 'cause they say I am. I don't need the bright lights, 'cause I have a donut. This song goes out to all those plucky youngsters who come to Hollywood from all over the country, leaving friends and family behind to do God knows what to star in a hemorrhoid commercial. I slept with the director. I slept with the AD. I slept with the key grip and the makeup lady. Well, I wanted to, but she smacked me. Ooh. I am an extra in the movie of my life. I work 9 12-hour days. I got 4 seconds of screen time in a crowd scene in downtown Baghdad. I'm the one with my back to the camera, with my hair standing up and my finger in my ear. I am an extra in the movie of my life, and I am not union. I am an extra, and I'll be your waiter tonight.
Good chord at the end right there. Good chord. All right. Play the thing.
Steve's become Ian.
I'm gonna get that money begging thing going
Yep,
here.
play it.
Second now here. Oop, not that. Not that. Damn it. Go away. Not that. Okay. This.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
This is a great week to go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show, and we'll get Steve a couple lines in his life. It'll be fantastic. He'll actually get to come in and say a few words. And also, no, George Soros ain't sending us nothing. So we to keep fighting the fight to get Patti out there. We got to get Patti as much money as she can, because we got to pay her to get out there and protest and fill those buses. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show, because Lana Turner is not working at the titty bar. She needs the money. She needs the money. Stop doing that. Lana, you never did that. You never worked at that. You'd have been a good job.
I don't know.
All right. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show, and we will rent an elephant for Sean. It'll be fantastic. It'll be an elephant that is already ashamed of itself, though. It'll be strong. All right, that's enough of that. Let's finish up. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com.
Time for the worst joke of the week.
Worst joke, and it is.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Great, great. By the way, this week, RFK Jr. I've had 2 RFK Jr. jokes this week.
Yeah.
This week, RFK Jr. wiped out all funding for the Department of Health and Services for sexual violence prevention. Yep. He closed his statement by saying this will surely help make Trump's cabinet's members' weekends a lot more fun.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Good night.
That was the worst joke.
Was a virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like